Hey all, we are back at Halls Creek. We're going to do a creek walk today. It's a little overcast, a little cool, and it hasn't rained for a while. So there's not a lot of creek, but we're still going to have a good time actually walking up the creek instead of the trail and maybe flipping some rocks, seeing what we can find. Thanks for watching. This is what we're up to. We just found our first salamander. Somebody flipped over a rock and was able to see him. It was really cool.
There he is under that.
Oh, you found him again?
Uh-huh. It's pretty muddy.
It's so hard to see. There's some money.
Under that thing.
Oh, that's the crawdad. We were looking for the salamander.
No. Hopefully if we found one, we'll
pick him up. Couple things just to keep in mind when you go out on an adventure like this is always take some shoes that you can get wet. We all have river rafting water shoes that we have on. The water is cold this time of year. Normally it's just pleasant, but at least makes it nice so you don't have soggy socks inside of tennis shoes. You actually have shoes that are okay to get wet and still provide a lot of traction. The other thing I want to talk about is you do end up looking down at the ground a lot of times when you hike in this kind of environment because all of the stones are loose and they shift, so you don't get to look around as much. I encourage you to stop, take a look around, look up. This is so nice. In this area of Ohio, again, all of this riverbed is full of fossils. So you can stop at any time, not only just turn over a rock to see what's under it, but the rock itself sometimes is full of a record of life that was here long before we lived here. And a lot of times you can talk about it, tie it into what the kids are learning with school. Of course, we homeschool, so we do it all the time. Today we even found a little shell that looks like a snail shell all by itself. It's one of the first times we found something like that. So again, the adventure is not just under the rocks, but it's the rocks themselves and the whole creek and the experience. On this adventure, we didn't really have a destination point. in mind. We were just going to explore. So the thing about a creek is we can just keep going on and on and on. We've seen several waterfalls, well, what would be waterfalls, several cool places to stop and explore. We didn't bring a lunch to hang out here for a long time, so the boys have already said they're probably tired and they're hungry, so we'll probably turn around. But thanks for joining us. Of course, this is what we're up to, these kind of adventures. We've got a lot of things coming up, things planned for us to do fun. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the video. If you subscribe, make sure you ring the bell so you can be notified anytime we come out with new videos. And you can see what we're up to. Usually it's just a spring that's kind of open up.
Where does all the water from the spring come?
On the ground?
How much water is on the ground?
A lot.